Hey guys, today thought I'd go over another Airsoft gun here. This one is basically your AK-74, which is of course AK-47, and it's made by CYMA, same company that made the MP5 that I showed, and they're very similar. In my opinion, this is probably just a little bit better. It's about $20 more. I like the fire selector a lot better on this one than the MP5. This one though, it has the swing out butt, so if you want to use the fire selector, it's best to use when the butt's out. If it's in, it gets caught on this little thing here sometimes, I find. So it's quite simple to use. Your hop-up system to adjust is you pull the what would be your charging handle, and right there's a little slide right in here that you can adjust to change your hop-up for the backspin on your BB. And what happens with, I've explained this before, but with your backspin, if it's too much, your BB will start to sail upwards. And if it's too much or not enough spin, the BB will drop. So you want to get that right hop up so that BB will fly straight as far as it will go until it starts to lose power. And wind does take it a little bit, so you know they're not as accurate as a bullet, but they're pretty accurate. Comparison to paintball, I would say it's a lot more accurate. So we're just going to go into some firing. I got my magazine filled. It's quite easy. It's got a little trap door that you open. You just dump in as many BBs as you can fill, and then you have to rotate this little wheel here that slides your BBs up into your port. And then you will go into fully auto and semi-auto. Semi-auto is all the way down. Halfway down is full auto. So I'll go semi-auto first, right there on my target. Just make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So that's just semi-auto, this is fully auto. So, just cut them down. We can, you know. Then when it runs out, you just got to wheel that wheel again. So, there are other magazines you can get. The low cap are better. The reason for that is that you have a spring that holds all your BBs in. They don't rattle. And also, you don't have to wheel this wheel all the time. The downside to it, though, of course, is you're not carrying as many BBs. So, that's that. And that's really as much as the gun can go. The battery pack, it's quite easy. It just, the top comes off, and right here is your battery. And that just comes out. And you charge it for about 4 hours. Don't charge any more than that, or you'll end up wearing out your battery. And this part's a little tricky to snap on there. You got to get it in there right, and then it snaps on. So back together, and just for a demo, I will get into some pistol gripping here. And I will also add this sling that's on here. Did not come with the gun. It's for an SKS, and of course SKSs and AKs are very similar. So I threw that on. So basically it fits, they pull out, and we can start shooting once my fire selector is set up right. So there you go. And we're out again, so I'll have to roll more BBs. So that's basically the gun. It's all metal and wood, and people, they say that these can be converted. They're absolutely full of shit. These cannot be converted. There's no real gun parts on here. These sights aren't real. They're all just aftermarket machined, just for fun, and yet look pretty intimidating. So that's the gun. Next, I'd like to get into the BBs. There's many different kinds of ammo you can use, as in different weights. I'll grab some of these here. I'll just set these down so my hands aren't full. And I'll go into the lower, or the lighter stuff to the heavier. This is, of course, the cheapest stuff you can get. I don't recommend shooting these. This is just the stuff you get at any sporting goods store, and like Canadian Tire or whatnot. It's made by Crosman. Crosman's decent. I wouldn't use anything from another company. Crosman sort of iffy with airsoft. These glow in the dark, however, so I use them as tracers. I'll put one occasionally down your thing, so if you're shooting at nighttime, you can kind of tell where your BBs are going. They're just more for fun. Now for the games, we will get into the second to lightest, which is the 20 gram. I recommend these for the gun I was just shooting, any of those CYMAs, any of the electric guns. These 20 grams work well. If you use these in a sniper rifle, I find they're just not that accurate. They're almost too light to get you down there. What happens with speed and power and weight have a lot of things to do with each other as far as ballistics goes. And if you have something like, it's equivalent of rolling up a piece of paper and having a marble. Okay, if you throw a crumpled up piece of paper, it's not going to go very far, even though it's the same velocity as that marble. The marble is going to go like 30 times farther and going to hit a lot harder because of its weight. That's what the factor is. So these, they're lightweight. They're good for close range, good for electric guns. But if you're going to use a sniper rifle or the pistols, well, if you're going for pistol, I find the 28s are even too light. My pistol really likes these 30 grams, a lot heavier. They're good for the sniper rifle as well, but my pistols really like in these guys. Of course, it's getting down there a little bit slower, so you want to use that at close range. And then we'll get into the 28 gram. So that was 30 gram, that's the heaviest. That was the one I wanted to mention last. And the 28 grams are great for the sniper rifles. These are what I'd highly recommend if you had a sniper rifle. But as far as the electric guns, they'll pretty much shoot anything. That hop sliding system works very, very well. That you can pretty much shoot any of these and you can just slide that little thing just to tweak and accommodate for them. So I really like the electric guns for that. Now if you're thinking about getting a gun, I'd probably recommend the AK or maybe the MP5 I have. I think the AK is a little more user-friendly, so that might be something to think about. You don't have to get the swinging stock, they have solid stocks as well. That might be a little bit better for a beginner airsofter, if you're really thinking about getting into it. Another thing is, for beginners, a sniper is also a possibility. If you are not a run-and-gunner type, and you want to be sneaky, snaky type, going slow, you know, sneaking, just trying to hide behind the enemy lines, whatnot, a sniper is also an option because it's cheap. You don't have to fire off as many rounds, you're making your shots count. It's that kind of a way, so you end up not wasting as much money going down range as far as bullets go. So those are just two things to think about. If you're close quarters, run-and gunner type, you definitely want to go with the electric, one of these assault type guns. If you're going for, like I said, you want to hunt your targets, take out your priority targets, but not really get shot at too much, you intend to hide a lot, then definitely seriously think about getting a sniper rifle. Now they do have sniper rifles that are electric and semi-auto, so there's always that option as well that gives you sort of the hybrid between the two. It's all about personal taste. I mean, I don't think one gun is better than the other. I would love to have them all. It's just that I like my MP5, it's short, and I like the AK because of what it has to offer. So, I'm just going to be getting more of these. There's not just one gun I like. But as far as the BBs go, I'm really liking these 28 grams the best as far as just accuracy goes. And then my second choice would be the 30 grams. But as far as, like I said, those electric guns, it doesn't matter too much. If you're using pistols and sniper rifles, you're going to need to be a little more choosy with your ammo. The electric gun would probably shoot these 12 grams just fine as well, only it doesn't recommend it to. It says strictly on the manual not to fire these, so I think I'll just listen to that. I only use these in my pistol once in a blue moon. So, yeah, but they really fly. They curve straight up anyway, because they're 12 gram. They're so light. But, yeah, there you go. So, just quickly go into some little details about this gun. And I'll quickly load it. Right here, this muzzle, you can push this little tab down, and this muzzle actually threads off. And you might think, well, big deal. But the reason for that is you can put on barrel extenders or mock silencers, which actually work as real silencers in this case. They have a little foam thing inside that does suppress a lot of the noise. However, it's not going to work like a real gun, of course. Probably wouldn't work on a real gun. So there you go. It's got a threaded muzzle, and I'm just holding this tab down because if you lose that, it's on a spring and it can fire off, and I'll lose it in the grass here. So you don't want to lose that. But that's one little feature that this has. The MP5, as I showed already, has different muzzle attachments and stuff like that. I got the silencer for the MP5. I don't recommend getting it. It doesn't fit the gun. It's a completely different hookup. Don't ask me why. So that will be probably being sent back. But anyways, I will get into the loading of this. Sorry, I'm just trying to make this a little more convenient by getting everything out of the way. So there's this tab right here, and always some BBs will fall out when you do this. From 3 to 6 usually come out. So there's this little opening. Just cap it open. We'll take some of these 20-gram BBs because they, like I said, work so well, and we'll just pour them in there. Whoops. And it's okay to have a little bit of an overflow because you're going to turn this wheel here, which will suck some of these BBs down. Whoops, I lost a few. That's okay. They're pretty cheap. So, just getting as many down as I can. And I might be full there. Oh. Okay. I'm going to have to dump a couple BBs out now. So, there, that's good enough. So, that's why a speed loader is nice with these low cap magazines, because you can just pump them in real quick, and instead of trying to fiddle with this wheel and trying to, top it off. So I think I've got this loaded. So it's just as simple as that. And we'll take this, got it caught up, and it just basically snaps into place. And all those BBs you can hear go in. And that's as simple as it is. There is no charging of this like you would on a real gun. Now as far as a real gun goes, all I would do is charge that handle and we'd be ready to shoot. But because this is an airsoft gun, that has nothing to do with any of the operation. You just have your on-off switch, more or less, and that's it. So we're back in the fully auto. I guess I'm just going to let it have it. So there you go. It's a lot of fun to shoot. It doesn't get much kick at all, so it's not like shooting a real gun to some degree, but as far as the principle of it and stuff like that, it kind of is. So it's just a real fun sport. And we were out of juice because I didn't charge it very long. So there you go. Just a quick little demo of the CYMA AK, along with just a little lesson on BBs. So hope that helps some of you beginner airsofters. I'm somewhat green to this game, so I'm also still learning. But I gotta say, this is a lot of fun, and I'm quite enjoying it. So there you go.